Okay, and everything is up and running, so I can say welcome to everybody tonight here in RPM Esports F1. I'm your commentator, always Rick. I am welcomed by my co-commentator, RPM Lucas. How are you doing?
I'm fine, mate. Thank you very much. Looking forward to this race again, and joining you in comms like last week.
Yeah, exactly. Same here. We are on sunny China here circuit tonight in the low gear division, who kicks off this week round again. After last week, we seen some really good races and overtakes overall. So let's hope these guys can do it once again in round 2. Overall, how do you feel about the track China, Lucas?
China is a tough one, especially on this game. So it's really dependent on hooking your lap together without taking too much curbs, but then again taking a little bit of risk as well. But we will see in qualifying, I think, a few spins, but also some good lap times, I hope.
Yeah, for sure. And I do see one of the Alpines is the first on track, and I believe it's one of the reserves of tonight and new members of RPM Esports F1. It's KTM Sweden. He's driving the Alpine of Spritzy tonight, who will be with us, I guess, later on in the stream as well. For everybody in chat tuning in, well, hello guys. Hope you're having an amazing time on tonight's stream.
I can confirm, thanks to our test telemetry, that it will be light rain all throughout the race.
Oh wow, and
so that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, that's definitely something to look forward to. As KTM Sweden kicks off his first hot lap of tonight's track. KTM Sweden in the Alpine into turn 2 and 3 now. Definitely a hard one to master. Now on to the first hairpin, as his first sector is of course a purple one. And a lot of cars out of track now. I do see Gui is on a hot lap. Cosmo and John, both the Red Bulls, are on a hot lap. So is Jamise and Altea.
I was going to say quite interesting that no one's going out on the mediums, but then I forgot that it's raining all throughout the race, so there's really no point to put on the mediums in this short qualifying today.
No, for sure, and Jones already invalidated his lap early on, so he will be waiting for the finishing line again. Gui in the Williams is almost at the straight, as KTM Sweden is on the long straight now, and this is a really long one.
A really long one, but you don't want to give up any wings for the other two sectors because it's so important to have as much grip as possible on the first and second sector.
Yeah, for sure. Wings are running low here.
So let's see KTM now in the final corner.
Yeah, here he goes. That's a nice line there on the exit. It's easy to invalidate. It's a 1:31.5 on his first lap, and that's a first pole position lap. Now I believe it's Gui who comes over the line. It's a 1:33.2 for him.
It's a good banker lap, to be honest, at 31.5.
It is, yeah, for sure. John now over the line. He was really fast last week. But he gets wide there. And it's a new pole position lap, even with a mistake in the last corner. He still managed to get his car on pole position for the first round.
Impressive.
Oh, and there goes Jamines. 31.2 for Alpha Tauri here. So now the pole position is switched off to a different car again. Let's see.
We've got Haas who jumped to P4, so the two Alpines doing really well early on.
Yeah, the Alpines doing really good. So are the Williams at the moment, but not the fastest times though. I believe it's a Haas. Yeah, it is Benjamin Cardiff who's going to do the next lap, as he's now entering the last hairpin after the long straight.
We missed Kron jumping to P2 as well. But now Benjamin Cardiff to the line. Jumps P6.
Yeah. Oh, and Rusty is in the gravel, but he already set a lap, so no worries.
Oh, and a Red Bull just joined in.
Oh yeah, and it's Cosmo. And Cosmo got away with it with no front wing.
Ooh, so did he hit Rusty or?
I have no idea. I don't see damage on Rusty or his car, so I don't think so. And I'm just checking. I believe it's CDR. Yeah, it is, but he's on the out lap.
It's Altea coming to the line. He's improving on his lap time. He's doing his second run, and he jumps to P9.
Jones now in the last corner. He invalidated his first lap, and he goes in. Oh, and that's late braking.
Oh, that's whew.
And hits the back of Yamiz there, and that's a 5
Oh,
second.
he's got a grid penalty.
Yeah, it's a 5 place grid penalty.
Only for Jones though, I think.
Yeah, I think it was for Jones only. Yeah.
No, Yami's got one as well. I can see it in the test telemetry.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. Nothing we could do about it as Suez as well.
No, but I do feel like that's something the game could look at. Like the car in front really, arguably, wasn't at fault.
No, you couldn't do anything about it.
Right, we have the Mercedes of Sprink now coming up to the final corner. Let's see where he can put his Mercedes. Ooh, he runs very close to the exit line.
Got deck as well. Oh, a Sprink.
And he goes top.
Wow. That's a good lap of 1:30.7.
Yeah.
And that's an impressive lap from the Mercedes here. We do know he's a fast driver, but yeah. I didn't think Kron's lap would have been beaten that early on. As Octavio is going for his lap now. His teammate was already out on track. Let's see if we can find him. Oh, Rosevich.
He's coming up to the final corner now, actually. His teammate, Mesquita.
Yeah. And Rosevich is in the wall for Sector 2.
Mesquita jumps P8.
Let's see. We got Sinful. How's Sinful looking? He's on the out lap. So it's Rosebitch who invalidated his lap and got a lot of damage on their car, as he has no front wing on it. So he will need to box again. It's going to be Octavio who will be the next car crossing the line on a lap. Let's keep an eye on this red Ferrari.
It's actually Sprink who's going first to the line. He is improving on his own time.
Oh, let's keep an eye on that. Mercedes of
If he
him
gets
then.
a good final sector.
He goes
no, he does go into the box, so he lost a lot of time then. He was up in the first 2 sectors, but I must have lost it all.
And here goes Octavio on the straight now. DRS open. And let's see what that Red Devil car can do. And throw in some predictions in chat, please. Just get us updated on the pole position times, maybe. And what you guys expect from a full wet race, as Octavio did make a bad mistake somewhere, I guess.
I think so, yeah.
And is way out of target time.
Would have been in his middle sector, and then he gave up the last sector as well.
So now on board with one of the Alfa Romeos, the one of Marco.
Sinful jumps to P11 now.
Oh, that's a good lap. Sinful was a bit slower than the rest of the grid last week, but it can be a track thing as well, of course. Cosmo actually predicts Prophetic actually predicts Cosmo on pole position. So he definitely needs to improve his lap then.
He's got some work to do now, does Cosmo.
And
I mean, he did of course end up with no front wing, but...
Yeah, he did set a lap, but way off target, as Marco takes P8 in the Alfa Romeo here.
KTM behind him improved to P3.
Oh, that's a good lap, isn't it? Just 2 tenths behind Kron, who's on an outlap again, so he will definitely be looking to kick or spring off that pole position side.
We've got the 2 McLarens now coming up to the line.
Yeah,
Rusty Oilcon being the first one.
With Jones, who didn't set a lap yet.
Rusty jumps P9. And Jones now jumps P9. Yeah. So 2 good laps from the McLarens.
Both inside the top 10 now. And that's looking good for the McLaren boys here tonight. As Roosevelt now exits.
Oh, there's enough.
Yeah.
Octavio's had a little spin.
No damage though.
So, the next car is Marco if he does set a lap time.
In the meantime, Spritzy did join us in chat, so did Boris and the Ronix. All the wishing good lucks, Spritzy especially to the Alpines, as the man he is. Must be weird seeing your car on track and not driving.
It must be very odd, yeah.
As Kron is now on his second lap, and he's improving, almost a 10th. If we keep this pace up,
cars in the way though.
Be jumping.
There's a lot of understeer in this long right-hander.
Let's see what he's gonna do. He won't be picking up a lot of slipstream here from GUI, I believe. No, Altea.
Ooh, this is getting really tricky now in the final corner. Kron does improve, not his position.
Not enough. I believe. Was Altea on the lap as well? No, he wasn't. Was he? Yeah, he was. But he's on 3 lap softs now, so just move out of the way, I guess. But he won't.
If he is on a hot lap, then
yeah, let's see what
he doesn't have to. But I mean, Altea is still only marginally down on his sector 1 time, so if he actually is trying to improve, then it's his right to keep on the racing line.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I was just looking at it, and he was only 0.02 of a second up, so. He's just using those tires to the max. Knowing
should watch out. No, actually, I was about to say you don't want to start on tires with a lot of wear, but then again, it's raining. So.
Yeah, it's intermediate all the way, so. At least as we know. Thanks for the task system. We know without asking one of the drivers now. And is Kron actually on time? No.
So can Altea improve again? He does.
P13. And that 4 laps.
Cosmo jumps to P13, so not quite a pole position yet.
Not quite, he says. It's only 12 places off, so.
Ooh, Spring had a moment coming into the pit lane.
It is a weird pit lane though.
Oh, and now he speeds into the pit lane. Gotta watch out because don't get your pole position ruined.
Octavio having a lot of trouble keeping his car on track. He's still on outlap, so. Rosebeach didn't set a lap in yet, and he isn't gonna do it now. Well, that was really close to the wall on the entry.
It really is looking like the guys are having struggles with this track, which is understandable because it's such a tough track.
We had it yesterday in practice as well.
Yeah. Not that the practice session did go very well, but
no. But the track didn't feel well.
No, it didn't. It's so
bit dusty.
Seems to lack so much grip.
Yeah. Especially on those medium tires.
Yeah.
And GUI actually improved, but I think it wasn't enough. As I did see him skip any places. And there's so much car out on track now, so I'm gonna do my best to get the cars on cam who are actually really improving.
Cosmo is
It's a
improving.
yellow
He's coming into the
here.
final corner now. Jumps to P11.
And that's 4 tenths up, so that's a good lap. Jones now starts his lap. And with only 2 minutes left, we got almost all the cars on track.
Which you
at the
expect.
moment. Haas making room for someone who comes behind him. I believe it was Benjamin. And
Oh,
Benjamin
no,
didn't improve.
Mosquita's out. He just spun an exit of the hairpin after the back straight. I just called it.
Oh, that's a big hit then.
That's a very big hit. He wheel spin off to the right into the barrier.
We've got a little train in here. With Yameen's. Oh, and he won't be improving his time.
Oh, that means won't be improving then.
No, he cut at the grass a lot there. I believe it's Rusty. And it is, but he invalidated. He was up on time. So that's unfortunate for him. He can do another lap, I believe. So.
You should keep an eye out on Jones. I'm just looking at the test telemetry at the moment.
On an out lap, now on a hot lap.
Jones coming into the final corner now. He's improved massively on his time.
Oh, John actually. Oh, he invalidated. No,
Jones jumps to P6.
Oh, that's a good lap from the McLaren, isn't it?
Very good. He's gone purple in sector 2 as well. Oh. Did John retire in the pit lane?
I believe he retired because his Cosmo were driving on track, so he retired in the pit lane. Okay. Maybe thinking P7 is all I can do.
Cosmo's had another moment then because there's yellow flags for a Red Bull on the back straight now.
Yeah, I believe he's out of fuel.
Ah.
No, he's not. He's driving off track, so don't think he sees himself improving.
Well, that's
Kron
not pole
is actually
position
going
then.
to the line. No, definitely not pole position. And Rosebridge is actually gonna set a lap.
He's not.
No, he invalidated.
So no lap time on the board.
Oh, and that's Kron out in the last corner.
Oh no.
Running very wide on the curb on the exit of the corner and went into the wall. He kept it driving though. His teammate jumped to P8.
Sprink is coming up to the final corner now.
And KTM
Can he improve his time?
Way too up.
He does improve his time to a 30.7 round.
Oh, wow, that's a nice. That's a really nice.
That's a nice lap time.
That's a nice number. It's a nice number. It's clean. I love it. It looks good in purple as well. And the Mercedes really showing his pace here tonight on the track of China. Haas invalidated Benjamin Cardiff, so it's no, he's up on time.
I think that's it for qualifying.
Yeah, it is. Haas invalidated, so he won't be setting a lap. Benjamin Cardiff is 2 tenths up, so he won't be going. Yeah, there it goes. It is a really weird pit entry, man. It's really sharp.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go then. Amazing lap from the Mercedes of Sprink, who did a 1:37 flat. And that's not something you see very often. Krun crashed in the last corner. I do believe he was a lot on our time, but he still managed to get P2. Dak is on P3. He didn't do a lot of other laps in. KTM Sweden is in his first RPM race, taking P4. That's a really good result. Yameen's in P5, Jones in P6. Then we got John, who retired in the pit lane, on P7. Marco in the Alfa Romeo on P8. Haas in P9. Oh, I do forget now, 2 of the guys had a 5-second grid penalty, and it was Yameen's and who was it?
I don't know.
I forgot. What was it, Benjamin?
I honestly don't know.
And yeah, Rosebeard, you're very unfortunate that you couldn't do a lap in. Either way, so Cosmo and Mosquito at 11 and 12, Rusty Oil Can and Altea in 13 and 14. And we're gonna see now who had the grid penalty, and it's Jones and Yamines.
Ah, Jones, yeah.
Yeah, so Yamines will be setting to P10 and Jones to P11, giving quite some guys a better position. But the fastest guy on track tonight is a Sprink.
By a bit of a margin as well.
And Benjamin, yeah, sorry mate, sorry, I forgot. I knew there was something like a white car involved, but it was the white of the AlphaTauri. Excuse me, I'm really sorry. You will be skipping a place though. You will be going to P9.
Yeah, so Jones and Yamines outside of
Yeah,
the top 10 for both, or
I
nearly
know.
outside of the top 10.
Yeah, means just inside top 10.
Yeah.
But does it really change strategy, knowing there's a...
Not anymore now that there's rain. I mean, of course you want to be as far up in the front as possible in the rain to minimize the spray you get off other cars, but...
Oh, and it's like really minimal rain as well. That's the...
It will be so slippery out there.
Yeah, that's just
I feel for the
horrible.
guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Shaq. I shouldn't get it wrong, I know. But there was so much going on. Qualiban is a bit hard though.
No, Chief Stewart agrees.
Well,
so who do you see doing well in this race then? I mean, it's the first wet race we have had in RPM.
yeah, the guys, low gear is like pretty screwed every time, aren't they? They kicked off our first race of the season. They kicking off the first wet race of our season now. Like, they are screwed every time. But yeah, in the rain everything can happen, I guess. Based on pace and race of last week, I really think the guys in front, Sprink, Kron, Deck, John, are really gonna impress us. And KTM Sweden, I know him from a different league. I drive against him, and I know he's really fast. So yeah, I'm really curious.
I think we can see some surprises because, from my experience, there's always some guys who in the dry might not always be up there, but then when it rains, all of a sudden they show a different side of themselves and just are way faster than some of the other people. But we wouldn't know because we haven't really seen any of these guys in the wet. So
no,
so will be quite interesting.
It's pretty good actually to see it early on in the season already.
Now I have seen in our press room a lot of guys saying turn 1 is going to be interesting, especially on lap 1. And now with the rain, it will be very tricky and can go very wrong if the guys don't watch out.
Yeah, it's gonna be even more tricky.
The understeer through there in the rain on these cold intermediate tires will be insane.
I think, yeah, what is it? Turn 1 and 2 are really gonna be tricky, and then also what is it? Turn 8 onto the straight. What is it? Turn 9, something like that. Where they're driving now, that's gonna be a really difficult one as well.
Yeah.
You're coming off a decent straight track and then a sharp left with a half gas acceleration to the right, so onto the straight. I think that's going to be a really tricky one.
It's going to be very tough.
Mentioning the press room, actually, not a lot of guys from low gear reacted, but most of them like this track, except Yameen. He's saying I hate this track. So
am I joining on that team?
Same.
it's a bit of a tricky one.
Benjamin just says it's a hard track. He doesn't dislike it directly.
But I do believe it was you who put it on the calendar, though. So
I don't recall any of that.
all right, let's see. All the guys lining up now.
Yeah, and I hope the game. Yeah, I do have a clean visual on the lights, so it should be good. Last car now in grid. So there we go, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights on, and when they are off, we are racing, which is now with Sprink. Looks like having a bit of a trouble start. KTM Sweden does have a good start, and so does Deck, already on the inside, and so does Grun, now already leading at P1, and it does seem a bit of cars going wide. It's Benjamin who goes wide. Now next to his
no
teammate.
one spinning out yet.
No, the guys are really doing this clean, like really clean.
Very well done, honestly.
West
to
Boy,
everyone.
ooh, and saved it.
Well, that is the only contact in turn 1 and 2 I've seen, so.
Yeah, and Spreadsheet might be proud of what these guys accomplished here. Oh,
but now there is contact, the Ferrari.
Yeah, Octavio outbraked himself on the back of Cosmo, I believe. And that damaged his car, and both of the Ferraris are actually really struggling. Both out on the same corner.
Yeah, so we have now RPM John has got damaged as well. And it isn't front wing damage, so I think RPM John might be the one who got hit by Octavio, so it might have rear wing damage.
Was he that far up? I have no idea actually.
There's a lot of people coming with damage now. RPM John, Gui, Cosmo, Altea and Octavio all have damage on this lap 1.
Yeah, I got Cosmo hit at Altea. KTM Sweden actually broke his front wing as well. Quite some guys.
Oh yeah, KTM Sweden just got damage, yeah.
Yeah,
He's boxed as well, has he?
And there goes John in. So, Grun actually with a really good start. Spring doesn't seem to be liking this rain so far. Deck keeps it stable in P2 at the moment. Huss joined in P4. So he had a decent start as well. Yamin's already in P5. He started P9.
I mean, and Westboy and Rusty Oil Can gained 7 and 8 positions respectively on that one.
Yeah. No.
Wait. Oh, never mind. My timing is messed up.
Table are messing up.
Right,
Tables
so don't listen to anything we say.
No. That's a quality ban for you as well.
Okay. It is still Alan Cron in the lead though, followed by Deck, Spring,
yeah, it is,
and Marco. Then Haas, Jamines. I'll just do it this way. Jones, Rusty Oilcan, Cosmo, the two Haas of Benjamin and Reuzenbeertje, Sinful and Westboy, and then the guys. Oh, as Mesquita has had an issue as well again in the beginning of Sector 2.
Yeah, he doesn't like the rain, does it? Neither should I, actually. Still one position left. So, yeah, Kron is still leading. Marco is then in P4 with a decent start. Huss in P5 then. And it looks like everything is back to normal. No time yet.
Yeah, there we go. It's fixed now.
There we go, yeah. Times are still messed up. We should work with that. Oh, and we actually got Benjamin right on the tail of Cosmo. And he tried it, but didn't want to make the late break here. But he makes... Oh, that's a really nice overtake from Benjamin here.
Oh, Cosmo spun out.
And Cosmo...
He's lost his front wing.
Yeah. Didn't see that coming. It was all clean. There was no contact. And
oh, watch out, Cosmo. You might get rear wing damage as well if you reverse that quickly.
Oh, we didn't. Rain and rear wing damage. No, thank you.
That will not be fun.
Oh,
now Mosquito's got a drive-through.
Speeding on the virtual safety car.
Oh no.
So it's only virtual one. And Brian, Ferrari actually not getting a lot of gold results here tonight. And
No,
so far they aren't. No.
Last week in Bahrain they were unlucky as well. And it
Yeah,
seems
but
like the luck
they
is not
managed up
returning.
though. In Bahrain they managed up. But yeah,
I'm pretty sure one still crashed out though. And they did a good comeback drive because they both had to start last due to qualifying mishaps.
they did, yeah. Did they get another one?
Surely not. Is that even possible?
I have no idea actually.
Oh, actually, GUI has spun out. On the exit of turn 2. Turn 3, sorry.
Is he still driving? Yeah, he is.
He is still driving, but he's got no front wing left. Oh, and he also reversed very quickly into the wall.
He actually made a
Oh, and he's gone again. He's got very hot
slow,
tires.
mate. Keep it slow.
Oh, and Mosquito's
out.
Retired.
And it does look like the exit of turn 6? 7? 7. I hope I'm right.
No, it's like turn 10 or something. I just counted.
Is that already turn 10?
I think so.
Oh yeah, the small knick yeah, it counts as well. Okay, so turn 10 or 9 or 10. Oh, actually, and in the meantime, Yamins and Huss fighting side by side in the rain. Turn 1 now, Marco just in front of them. And it's gonna be really, really tight here. Yamins keeps it in.
Turns to the inside. This is great battling.
Yeah, this is really respectful and great battling. And Huss gives up for now. But he will definitely be back in that Alpine car. Behind them, I believe I did see some cars close as well, but not as close as the guys here. And this gives Jones actually a really good run as well to the guys in front of him.
There's been an incident on the pit straight between KTM Sweden and RPM John. They've both slowed down massively. I haven't seen what happened, but KTM Sweden has got damage now. Oh, and there goes Cosmo. Cosmo's out.
Oh, it's John.
Cosmo's out in the pit. No, but Cosmo's well in the pit lane. He's out. He's retired.
He did. Into the wall.
I think so. He is
and
out.
the Red Bull's really struggling here. Get it
John
off.
has spun around again as well.
Yeah, those tires are heated up, man. And with this kind of conditions, you really don't want that.
Yeah, I can see now GUI went in the pit lane and Cosmos just went straight on into the barrier. A bit like Lewis Hamilton did in 2007. I know the British guys won't like that memory, but that is what happens. No safety car as of yet though.
No,
and Alan
no
Cron in the meantime is extending his gap in the front.
Everything went
massively.
good between drivers themselves. It's just the driver in person who made mistakes or is unlucky.
Yeah.
As we switch back to the guys here, as Marco is now in P6, so he got overtaken by Huss and Yamins. Might have made a small mistake here, as Jones is now looking on the inside, and Marco is looking on the inside of Huss, but doesn't want to risk it. As you can see on track, it's definitely not a clear line yet.
No, it's very slippery still. Behind as well, Benjamin Cardiff now is battling with a left car. Oh, the left car should watch out. No damage yet for Cardiff, but it did have small contact.
Oh, Jones, deep. Sticks it. Doesn't stick it.
A bit of wheel spin on exit, unfortunately.
Yeah, the line, he chose a really different line as well, and there was no grip. So
it actually looks so tricky out there.
It does. It really does. It looks like an ice skating track. I wouldn't like to be in one of these cars now. I mean, I'm already struggling on dry China.
Let alone in the rain.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, though, the battle between... Oh, Marco's gone a bit wide on the entry of the long back straight there.
And that did cost him some time on Huss. And Yamins is flying away now from the guys behind him. And in the front, we still got the same formation. But the guys did slam in a good gap on the guys outside of the podium at the moment. So, really doing a good job here.
So the guy in P2, Deck in the Aston Martin, is actually gone quickest now, so...
Yeah, he did. There's a small train forming up here. Not at the not inside DRS or something. Not that we do have DRS, but
No,
there's
still the
something
1
else
second
wrong.
gap is something where slipstream kicks in as well. Like outside of a second, it really gets tough to hang with someone.
And Jones really sticking it still into the back of Marco, who's getting full pressure of the McLaren here. And this gives Haas an amazing breathing time to get his head back together and keep this car driving like he is now.
Ooh, Jones on the curbs there, that's dangerous, especially in the wet.
Benjamin is actually closing in as well, and Rusty... Did Rusty fall back or something? No, it's...
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he did fall back, but there's a Williams in front of him, and I'm actually curious who it is. I believe it's Gooey.
It's a lap car.
Yeah, it's Gooey. He's unfortunate, isn't he?
Now onto the back straight again. A better exit for Marco this time. A way better exit because he's driving away from Jones.
Yeah, it might be that the tires are getting way better now. Still not a really clear dry line though. There goes Grant.
Yeah, the times are improving a lot.
Yeah, but Deck is really showing off here as he is... Grant just finished his lap and then Deck goes over it again. There's 2/10 between the guys.
It's making a statement as well. You can do this lap time here, see what I can do.
Yeah, for sure.
And the guy in P1 will... Ooh, as he had a little bit of a moment, Deck, out of the long snaky section.
But
He's lost a lot of time.
Why doesn't he close in that much on front then? If he is 3/10 faster every lap. He does close in, but not impressively enough. Now he does.
He's running way more downforce, I feel.
Yeah, his car seems really stable on track. As we switch back to Jones and Marco, who are still battling it off here. And Spritzy must be proud of his teammate in P5 at the moment, keeping his car way in front of these two. And the Alfa Romeos are the ones on track currently who are looking the best with a car in 1 and 6.
You'll be happy.
Yeah.
I don't see it staying like this though, if Deck keeps putting in these lap times.
Yeah, Deck is really... He closes in now as well. It's like he waited for the moment to say, now it's time. It's like he waited for the moment that the track cleared up a bit more.
Ooh. Jones has spun around.
Oh no.
He's overtaken by his teammate and probably maybe Roosbeers as well. No, not at this time. Unlucky. Probably on traction out of the hairpin. He doesn't have damage, I believe.
No,
he does not.
A small spin. And this gives Marco some air on Haas again, but Benjamin is like really on it now. He found his gas pedal as well. But as I was saying, it's like Deck waited for the moment the car improved, the track improved. As Haas is a bit struggling now.
Yeah, Haas is forming a little bit of a train now. Only of 2 cars, but a train is a train.
Yeah,
Benjamin is really nearly pushing Marco around in this sector 2.
Yeah, but I don't think you want to be that close behind the car, to be honest. In the corners, because you do get aqua forming and braking behind the car in the rain.
When you're this close to the car behind, you also won't get that slingshot out of the corner onto the back straight, because you understeer so much. You can see Benjamin is using a lot of... Who's this? Kron is spun out. Cron spun out from the lead.
No!
He spun out on the exit of the hairpin.
And he did! That's P3 now, and there comes your means.
And he's
Cron
boxed,
goes
he's
in.
lost his front wing. Oh, this is
Oh,
drama.
this is definitely a game changer now for Alfa Romeo, and now I'm sad.
As Octavio retired in the pits. I'm not going to say anything about that. But Cron from the lead, missing his front wing now as well. This is heartbreaking.
Yeah, it did cost him a lot of time. He might be able to repair damage though, knowing the guys do need to pit again, but...
Oh dear, oh dear.
And he's out now, P9. And Benjamin did go in, Jones did get in.
And not only has he had to change a wing and lost the lead position, it will also be very tough now to get those intermediate tires to the end of the race. Unless you start managing a lot, most of the time in a 50% race it will be a one-stop, sorry, on intermediates.
Yeah.
They fall off massively at the end of the race.
I feel like the track is really playing with these tires.
Well, let me check the weather, because it does seem to be clearing up a little bit.
It does, but the track doesn't seem to be improving.
No, the telemetry also says that for the next 60 minutes it will be light rain, so...
Well, Deck must be happy now. I mean, P1...
Can he now manage to get the gap as well to P2?
A spring is coming as well. 1.3 seconds, so that's not a big gap.
No. So yeah, now the two Ferraris are out this weekend. One crashing out and one, for some reason, retiring in the pit lane on lap 9. So no points for them in the combined Constructors Championship.
No. And here comes Benjamin on the exit. Sinful now, and he did stick it on the long straight. And Benjamin did went in just yet.
Oh,
and
but Sinful goes very deep.
And he did.
Oh, it just doesn't make it. That was a rough try though.
Yeah, great try. Really showing some courage there. Especially knowing you've seen a lot of cars spinning out on that corner.
Yeah.
And then going on the dirty side of the track. It's really wow, brave.
Sprink is actually making up a lot of time to Deck now.
Yeah, he is. And both cars are doing really good on their ERS, to be honest. We've got 90% on Sprink and we got 80% on Deck. So, oh, it's yellow again. And
Sector 3, it's Altea, I think. Yeah, Altea's had a spin.
Yeah, he did. Gets now overtaken by RPM John.
Altea has a bit of damage as well, so he boxes.
Yeah,
all the guys run wide in that pit entry. It's like no one knows where to brake nearly.
No, but it is a really tough
It is a weird entry. Yeah, you're right about that.
It's a bit like Spa as well. Spa is like really tight.
Now Deck has opened up a gap again to P2. And the closest battle. There actually aren't any close battles on track at the moment.
No, it's not.
There's a lot of gaps. Oh, saying that Guish has had a spin out of the hairpin again.
Was it good?
And he's boxed as well, he's got damage. The exit of the hairpin in these conditions seems to be so tricky. A lot of guys spinning out to the right.
It's really taking victims, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's just finding the moment to put the traction down, which seems to be very tough.
And we do have some, well, in the meantime I do go to the chat a bit. We got Scott Davies really shouting for Sprink here. It was a P2, doing a decent race. Had a really good qualifying, bad start, and did lose some places. But still, being a P2, really good job from the Mercedes here. Safety car would help a bunch. Everyone on this from Berserk, and he's right. Safety car would help a lot of cars out here. But
and us as well.
And us as well, as we don't have any fights going on at the moment. We do have Grunt though, really close again on Westboy.
There's a new tires for Crondo, giving him a lot more grip. Let me see. I can make this interesting. Kron has only 9% tire wear, whilst Westboy on his left front is nearly at 65%. So, ooh, but Westboy moves over on the straight. That's dangerous. No, you can't do this, Westboy. You have to choose a side and stick to it.
Come on,
this is weaving. This is very dangerous, especially in these conditions.
On stream here.
This was not on. This was very dangerous.
Yeah. And he goes in.
He does now box.
Why
it, so
go
it will
in
go for nothing?
after such a... Man. That cost Kron such more time.
That's worth a talking to as well, but I'll leave it for now.
Yeah, let's
so anyway,
keep that for after the race.
Yeah. The tires for Kron giving him so much more lap time now. You can see it from Benjamin as well, who just boxed as well. He's just put down the fastest lap.
Yeah,
these new Inters. I feel like if Kron gets his foot to the floor, he will make up the time he lost whilst changing his front wing. But then again, at the end of the race, his tires will be falling off massively.
The deck and spring actually pitted already.
No, they have not.
So Kron is actually looking quite good now. Yeah, but we noticed. It will be seen after the race. Philip Shix, hello guys, hope you're good. Yeah, we are good. Bit of a big gap race now, but yeah, thanks for tuning in. Shouting for Spring, Kron and Marco. And yeah, Berserk it was, but then again, as I said earlier, it will be discussed after.
We have a nice storage room who can deal with it. No point in talking about it now. As Haas spun out.
Oh no, Haas spun out. He did. I was just managed.
And that's a virtual safety car.
I was just going through the cars on track, and well, this might help him though.
Ooh, and he brakes very late again. This is what I mean, like, everyone runs wide there.
And it is gonna help him, as Rusty Oaken goes in as well. Rose Beach goes in. It might help us out here.
The top 4, I feel like, missed this opportunity to box on the virtual safety car.
Back to P6 already.
Yeah. Oh, Marco nearly stood still on track. Oh, and there's a drive-through now for a lot of people, I think.
I do.
Yeah, Sinful and Altea.
Yeah, Sinful, Altea. Yeah. And 5 seconds for GUI. And we got Dookie in chat actually.
Is he?
Yeah, he finally joined us in chat saying, "Come on, John.
Welcome.
P1 baby, P1 for me."
Well, that will be a tough task for John to get P1 today.
Yeah, it will be. Kron and Marco now in 4 and 5. There might be some helping out between teammates here, if they can close enough.
He is 12 seconds behind his teammate though, so...
Yeah, if they can close up. And Sinful is actually just in front of Haas, and Haas is really feeling the grip on those new intermediates, and so does Rusty Oil Can, who went in as well. Sinful running wide here.
Will Haas make a move? Surely he waits for the back straight, and he does. Haas is a smart racer, he knows what to do. As Sinful runs wide now, we can also stick it along the... Oh, we have another DNF in... And now we do
that's
have
a safety car. And there it is, the safety car of tonight. Oh, and
it's another... Altea's crashed out in the pit lane, like Cosmo did earlier on.
Just straight in.
Yeah. If you can, you should... Oh no. If you like...
I can't see it anymore. Maybe.
Switch
wait.
To
yeah,
Chrome.
yeah. I got
see,
it.
There he is.
Yeah, and there he was. And Kron actually goes in again.
I think that's a smart decision with the safety car. He won't lose too many positions, and now his tires will definitely make it to the end.
Oh yeah, well, Deck, yeah, Deck went in, but Spring didn't. And Yameen's went in.
No, no, I don't think Deck did Deck.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Deck
yeah,
went in.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Deck went in. Yameen's did. Spring did.
But
Yameen
Spring
stayed.
hasn't been caught by the safety car though, so they will all have a delta and Spring. It will be close between Spring and Deck now. Like, who sticks to the delta the closest? Who has the biggest courage to maybe get a penalty but also create a gap?
It will be curious now. I'm actually gonna keep an eye on Sprint, on Deck now. But he has
I'm
Delta.
on Spring at the moment.
He
Yeah,
has
everyone has a
Delta.
delta still because the safety car is
Still
has now
waiting for the
picked up the
leader.
leader. Yeah,
No.
which is Spring, so
Yeah, he's coming now. He's on the back straight. So.
this will be close.
Tire percentages. We do have tire percentages for you guys. As Spring didn't go in, his current tires are around 40%. Jones didn't went in as well, but he is on earlier, younger tires, but he has around 15% of all of them. Then we got, yeah, basically Westboy running 10%, so he's still good, and so is Gooey. So overall looking good at the moment for the most of them. Sprig
I
is
think he
now
will
in.
come out ahead. So that will be a change for the lead, I think.
Oh, this is gonna be close.
It'll be
This is gonna be
close.
really close. Yeah, we do. There we go. Oh, that's so close.
Ooh. So it actually isn't a change for the lead because Deck was in front, right?
Yeah.
So
But
yeah.
somehow I did thought Spring might have.
No, he was in P2, and he
Yeah,
says it
but
to you. I think.
I thought he would have made it.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I think he did try it though, because it was definitely worth a try.
for sure. And it would have been great strategy as well. Marco still be happy in P4. He is a really consistent driver this race, isn't he? Like, no mistakes, keeping up the battles right. He's doing really good, and so are both the Haases joining each other in P8 and 9, so they will be having good points if they keep it like this. Shack Attack now shouting for Spring, saying he can do it. And Yeshix, not enough to finish on them, but all the cars are now on fresh tires except for Jones. Sorry, Jones is on 9 laps in.
Yeah, but Jones boxed like 2-3 laps ago, so his tires will be fine as well. So I'm looking at some press room questions at the moment. So we asked a lot of drivers what who they felt like were their biggest competitors between the teams, because of course we have this inter-team championship throughout the tiers. And there's a lot of talk about the Red Bulls and the Alfa Romeos, and looking at today, I feel like Alfa Romeo will be a bit more happy than Red Bull will.
I think they will, yeah.
Because of course Cosmo crashing out early in the race and RPM John not having the best of times either.
Yeah, I'm looking in press room as well. And one of the questions was actually based on the fact we wanted to know our drivers a bit more. And so we asked around through the press rooms and what made them inspire them to start league racing, and we did get a few good answers out of it. One of them was from John. Playing racing games most of my life, got sick of dirty people in lobbies. So I think that's where it started for a lot of people, to be honest.
Yeah, Yamin saying his career mode got boring. I feel like those are the two reasons people turn to league racing.
Yeah,
Either
that's
sick of career
two of the
modes
most
or
one.
sick of
Yeah.
dirty online lobbies.
And Has actually been one of the interesting guys. He said, I saw a Turkish guy on YouTube battling with Leclerc and Norris. Then I thought I can do it too. And here we go. He ain't battling Norris or Leclerc, but
Not yet. Not yet. Will be.
not yet. Keep
Not
practicing, man. Keep practicing.
I feel like he's talking maybe about some of the esports guys from back in the days, like Shambolic Bassi and
Yeah,
his
might
brother,
be.
I think,
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, not all press room questions will be always about the race, or last week's race, or anything about racing overall. It's some are a bit more personalized as well, as we do want to know the most of the guys in RPM.
We might have actually commentators cursed Haas here because he's had an incident with Rusty Oykan under the safety car. And both of them have ended up with a 5-second penalty.
Oh wow. I'm sorry, Haas. Well, Spritzy won't be happy with us. As the grids is almost forming back in, and it's...
No, I feel like one more lap
weird.
and then we'll be back to racing.
Yeah, it's going a bit weird in the mid back. Really close behind each other. But this definitely helps out a lot of drivers.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for Jones being the last car to form this. I feel like this lap will be going back to racing.
Yeah, for sure. And this might change the race completely. Few tires older.
The safety car restarting. Oh, that's another penalty for
Ignoring
Rusty
yellow
Oykan. He's hit the
flag.
back of. Oh dear, and he's lost the position as well now to Kron. I don't know what's happened there. Did you catch it on stream?
No, I was watching Sprink and Deck. That's a weird one. 10 seconds now for Rusty Oykan. That's really unfortunate. But we do recommend to all drivers, even though the game is screwing you around a bit, do finish the race and keep your distance.
Now Kron's in the grass. What's happened there?
He's still driving on my screen, and Rusty overtook him again.
Yeah, he is still driving, but Kron went wide into the grass. I feel like to let Rusty by.
Might be.
I honestly don't know what's happened there.
We can ask him after the race. And of course, after tonight's race as well, still interviews. So, as safety car is in this lap,
Alrighty.
and I'm really glad to hear that, Spritzy. Safety car is in this lap finally. And then we can see what these guys are gonna do on safety car
since
restart.
we have this massive back straight to wait, now with 11 laps to go, who do you feel like has the best chance of winning this race? And let us know in the chat as well.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead guys, let us know in the chat who's gonna win this race based on chances for now. I think it's Sprink. But
really, you're backing the guy in P2?
Yeah, I do. I am safe on it though, knowing Deck is like really fast currently.
I'm going to back Kron in the Alfa Romeo on P7. I feel like we'll see a Max Verstappen-esque comeback drive.
Brian says you means. And that's a curious
Can
one
be
as
a
well.
draw at P3.
And Deck is off early.
A great restart.
That's a really good restart. And there's a lot of going on behind these guys. Us keeping it in P5. Yameen's got overtaken by the Alfa Romeo here. Us on the grass. Ooh, barely avoided contact. And there's one spinning around. It's Kron. Kron spun around in turn 2. And he's all the way at P14 now. And that's going to be a hard race still for him still.
Just
Marco,
after I set him for the win.
Yeah, so you cursed him there.
Oh, Haas is an amazing exit on Marco. Can he do something here in that section? No.
No, I don't think you want to try something out here in the rain, to be honest. And it does look like Deck had a really good restart, and so did Sprink and Yameen's. Marco and Huss are battling it out, and there is Rusty Oil Can as well. Keeping his eye on the
Oh,
guys
Jones
in
and
front.
Silva going side by side. Jones making moves around the outside in the S section. That's an amazing move.
Oh, and we got Westboy with John behind him. KTM Sweden in front of him. He's looking at the gap on Gooey here. Maybe on the exit. It's 100% ERS. Oh, Gooey is actually a back marker. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, he's not at the best of races as Gooey.
No, he's not. But he's still driving, so massive respect to that.
Of course, giving up. Oh, there's a coming together in the hairpin with Westboy, Gooey, and RPM John.
Oh, this. Oh, and this actually. Oh, what happened here? Oh yeah, Gooey at blue flags, of course.
Yeah, Westboy's got damage. Westboy's got damage following that.
Yeah, Gooey needed to let him pass, but. Oh, Jones on the inside on John. And now on the outside line here. Keeps it on the outside, keeps it on the outside. No, no overtake here.
My damage finishes all over the place again.
Yeah, it's screwing up again. Who actually went in? Is it simple?
Oh, Jones on the inside of John on the gravel. With Westboy as well, still there.
Why does it happen every time I switch off? Oh, and there's contact between Westboy and John.
Oh,
and Westboy
dear.
kept it just out of the wall.
Oh, and there's Reuzenbeertje spun as well. He was sideways in that
I
section.
see it. So Westboy had contact with John here. John who went on the outside line and I think maybe had some oversteer and just slammed it into the front of Westboy there. And that's really unfortunate for the Aston Martin driver. After a good attempt, of course, from RPM John, but it failed a bit. As Jones is now really good exit. Is there? Front wing.
Yeah. Yep.
Here comes Jones. Inside line happen. Late break, and he does make a late break. Inside line still. And that's a clean one. That's a clean one.
Ooh, John is still there though, sorry.
Yeah, he is.
Gooey now gets another penalty for ignoring blue flags. I don't know how, because he's a bit odd. This game is a bit odd.
It is a bit odd. Yeah. I do get another one. How many? He's 15 seconds now.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
But he has let everyone pass except for Westboy and Reuzenbeertje, but they're not close enough.
And I'm actually really hoping my timetables get back together.
Doesn't seem like it. Well, that's fixing itself now for me. So yeah, Deck is still leading from Sprink in P2. Yameen's, Marco, us. And we have Rusty Oik and Benjamin Cardiff.
And we've got Kron and John fighting it out here.
For P11. Kron has got amazing pace today. It's just a shame with everything that's happened.
Yeah, for sure. And there goes Deck. Really fast lap there. He did add a lot of bad luck tonight.
Westboy and Reuzenbeertje are coming together. There's yellow flags as well. They're still driving, both of them.
Westboy run a bit wide there.
Says he's P4 on my screen, but that's definitely not the case. Can the Reuzenbeertje now switch back though, coming onto this main straight? He doesn't, unfortunately, but he might have more ERS to play with than Westboy. No, they both have 100%.
How do I have Westboy in P1, by the way?
Oh, there's a spinner. Rusty Oilcan has spun around again on the exit of the hairpin.
Oh, no,
the track is so dangerous today. It's taking victims.
Yeah, it really is. Benjamin, his missus actually said something in the chat. His screen is showing him in first for some reason. Is there any some glitch for someone else.
Yeah, there is a glitch.
I think the tables did glitch for a moment, yeah, and it might be
No,
for
but
the drivers as well.
when our tables glitch, the in-game tables for the guys glitch as well, so it can be very
Oh yeah,
confusing.
that's...
But he is,
Well,
I can
there we
confirm
have
he
our
is running
answer.
P6 at the moment.
He is running P6, so he's doing a really good job. And thank you for tuning in.
How
Yeah, I
awesome
think...
to have your wife tune into the race while you're racing.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. That's a good job. Still you're on P6, Benjamin, so it might be taking a while to get normal again, as it is for us as well. But you're at P6, doing a good job. Keep it up.
And the guy Haas in front is 5 seconds, so he might even be in P5.
He might even be P5, as KTM Sweden is now coming as well. From P7 here.
And Jamins is actually very close to Sprink in P2. Into the hairpin.
And he is close. Marco actually backed off a bit on those guys.
Yeah.
But he's doing a clean job so far. Keeping it P4, consistent.
Oh!
Nice.
Oh,
Kron is out! And that's the same spot as he did a few laps earlier.
Might have just been the 10th guy who spun there.
Yeah, that's... Wow.
And it's a safety car, again.
It's a safety car again.
Ooh, I was just going through everyone to see what was going on, and I switched to Kron, and I see his car just shooting into the wall. So will anyone box for new tie? I don't think anyone will.
Now I'm curious. I did see one of the McLarens go in. I believe it was Rusty Oil Can. It was Westboy goes in, Rosewich goes in as well. Huss lost a position. No, he didn't. Oh, Benjamin was off. Benjamin was off for a moment.
Oh, and then he nearly runs into KTM Sweden. What's going on?
But he gets past. No, I think he needed to pass by KTM Sweden.
Illegal overtake maybe.
Yeah, so from KTM, I believe.
Right.
Benjamin car. Yeah, saw that showing is he's in P6 now. Good. Fine to know. Thanks for letting us know.
Oh, Roosbeer just spun around. He was stood still in the first sector. Maybe he was just waiting for Delta, I don't know. Now I'm tuning into the top guys to see if anyone is going to gamble on fresh intermediates. It's arguably the same as choosing for new softs.
There's a small train behind Marco, to be honest.
Yeah, but they can't overtake.
With two Alpines, so...
No one's boxing.
No one's boxing, no.
I wouldn't box either. Although the new intermediates would have had so much more grip.
Idea.
The new intermediates will have so much more grip compared to the guys running now, but it's not worth losing track position, I think.
Oh, like Benjamin's missus joined in again. Huss went off. Ben gives position back.
Oh, that's fair racing.
That's fair racing. Really good sportsmanship there. There's the, well, some of the guys are still way off safety car, but most of them are back behind them. But I think it's a tough one. It's a tough call if you pit it for, say, for new tires.
It's giving up track position, and I don't think it's worth it with, like, let's say we're racing again on lap 24, you have 5 laps left.
And it's behind safety car as well. So
yeah, so you won't lose that much tire wear.
No. And of course, behind safety car, your tires don't get the temperature in right. So if you go for new tires, you need to keep them on the right temperature as well.
Yeah.
Go on cold ones in these conditions, and you're gone.
So we have our own RPM sprint race to the end then?
We do, yeah, 5 laps. Well, I guess 4 laps. I guess.
Yeah.
and now it's gonna be really tricky for all the guys. Rusty and Resbridge actually did go in though, and Westboy as well. So Rusty might have been gone in for 5 seconds, and I don't know about Resbridge though.
I think Haas will be quite annoyed with his 5-second penalty.
And Kron actually joined us in chat saying, I'm okay. Good to know. That was a hard hit, man. What happened?
Might have had a concussion.
Yeah, that was like really hard. You had
No, but in all
front tires
seriousness,
left.
He was running a great race.
Yeah, he was. He was running a really good race. Actually really struggling at the moment to keep up with all these chats. Crun, I'm stupid. Can happen, man, can happen. I mean, Leclerc did it as well. Boris just confirming it for him, so that's a nice one for you, Boris. Just saying
Sympathy
yes.
from Boris is so
Yeah,
nice.
just saying yes.
Right, so if the guys behind close up a bit, then I feel like we'll be racing in the mid.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a real sprint race now. Because it will count as only 3 laps.
No, 4.
No, 3. Because
No,
safety
because
car goes in now,
Yeah,
and then
so
they
25,
come
26,
over the
27,
line,
28.
and then it's 3 laps.
No.
Nee, they cross the line now, and there's only 3 laps left. You see?
Do the count in your head and come back to me.
I do!
25,
We're
26,
in 24
27,
now.
28. Yeah, but 25, 26, 27, 28. it's in this lap. 4 laps remaining when we're crossing the line. Let's go.
Yeah, everybody confirming it now in chat as well. Thanks for backing me up here. Jeez.
Right, let's see where Deck is going. Is he going in a different spot as last time? Will be quite interesting to see.
Okay, so 4 laps remaining. 4 laps sprint race. I'm a bit stupid on that one. And Deck decides when the restart happens again. I will after the race, Boris. I will.
Right, let's focus on Deck. Is he going before or after this exit?
And he goes
And he does
early
go
on
now.
again. And somehow it's a surprise Spring and Yameen's again. And
Spring's a bit more awake than last time though. He's only...
yeah, he's only
not
7
very
tenths
high.
behind now. And he gets it up
John's making moves.
in
Around
this
the
corner.
outside of John. Ooh, and there goes Benjamin Carter has spun it around. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, he was doing really good.
Keeps it out of the way of everyone, well done.
And keeps it out of the wall as well, I believe.
Oh, and Haas is out. Haas has crashed out.
Oh no. Oh, and that's, yeah. That's a massive crash there.
Oh, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if there was contact or anything. No one else has damage, so...
I think he spun out by himself. And Gui gets the 5 seconds again.
Yeah, he's in the middle of the pack. It's so tough to get out of the way when
Yeah,
you're in the
and
middle of the pack.
his pace might be really good.
Yeah, if you can stick with them, but there's still someone... If there's someone behind him, then... Alright, it's Deck from Spring from Yameen's, who are all within 1 second of each other. And then a little gap to Marco, but Yameen's is actually quite close to Spring now. And Spring gets a good exit.
Spring did
Maybe
get a
a
really
little
good
run.
exit, but so did Yameen.
Even though it's such a long straight. Yameen's brakes very late.
He did, but did get a
Ooh,
nice
and he
line.
goes-
Oh, bit of wheel spin there.
I'm so scared for this corner count.
I am.
Now.
I am too. I'm too. I'm actually scared for every corner. And yeah, in the meantime, John actually came all the way from the back up to P6 again.
Yeah,
and KTM Sweden did as well.
Those two guys are running a great race.
Yeah. KTM had some unlucky moments at the beginning of the race, and then really controlled it back later in the later on again. So he might be happy with this.
Oh, Gui is spun out. This might be a good moment to let everyone pass, mate. And he is doing that, I think.
Yeah, and he did. Oh, we got Sinful on the inside of Rusty Oil Can, and here comes West Boy, and now 3x3. Ah, Rusty. Oh. I even lost words. Close. I even lost words.
That got very tight very quickly.
Westboy saw the fight going on in front of him, provided from it, and Rusty just took it back. And now both the McLarens are looking good again. Here comes Rosebeach here. Benjamin still really close on his teammate here. And Rosebeach really looking for the overtake on Sinful here. Oh yeah, got Sprink really close now.
Yeah, I was watching it in the meantime, but nothing's yet happening. But Sprink's got a bit more pace than Deck on this restart.
It's...
Oh, Sprink goes a bit wide.
So does Yamin, so no time lost for him there.
Well, I can tell you why, to be honest, because the tire wear from Deck is much more severe than from Sprink and Yamin's.
Oh, two Haas side by side with a Mercedes between them.
It doesn't sound like a nice sandwich.
No, it didn't.
But it works out well for Sinful, still on P10, so 1 point to the Mercedes team as well, combined with Sprink in P2. As Gui now gets another 5 seconds, but this time for speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah, it's really not his race here. And he retired.
Which is unfortunate. Yeah.
He was in the points, so... I can understand the frustration, but yeah. We do recommend everybody to race, to finish the race.
KTM Sweden is actually looking to make a move on Marco now. But let's see, can Sprink have a nice exit onto the main straight again? He's now only half a second behind at the beginning of the straight. This could get close here. He was a bit further back last time.
And he has more ERS as well, but it's weird. Deck seems like a really good straight pace.
And he's just not close enough. He might have got more pace Sprink at this moment of time, but he runs now a little bit wide out of the hairpin, and Deck gets a little bit of breathing space again. This KTM has overtaken Marco, by the way. I assume in the hairpin. We missed that, sorry.
And he did, yeah. So he's back at P4. I believe he started at P4, didn't he? Or was it Marco?
Up there at least. I don't know
yeah,
exactly.
At least somewhere up there. He did.
Let's see. Yeah, he started P4. Yeah, you're right.
So you will be happy with that. Yes, both the Haas. Simple actually lost against both the Haas drivers here.
Unfortunate.
And it's in P12 now. Still close though. Still really, really close.
So it's still the battle between Deck and Sprink. That means he's falling off a little bit. Sprink is still within that 7/6 tenth gap.
Yeah, in the back they are still battling it out as well, but the gaps are starting to form now, and I do believe Sprink.
Oh, there's a spin. Rosebeard just spun out.
Oh yeah, he did.
He's lost his front wing on the last lap, but I don't think Sprink on this last lap of the race is close enough to make a move for P1.
No, he won't. And we are now entering the last few corners of tonight's race. And it does look like Aston Martin will get their first win in low gear here tonight. And there he goes. Deck at P1, Sprink at P2, Yamins at P3 and KTM Sweden at P4. And takes fastest lap in the last lap of the race. And that's an amazing result.
Nice.
Marco in P5, RPM John did an amazing job getting P6 again. Westboy at P7, Jones at P8, Benjamin at P9, Raciel Ken in P10, Sinful joining in P11, and all the way at the back, as last car on track, we got Rosebeertje in P12. Gui, Hus, Kron, Altea, Octavio, Cosmo, and Musqueta unfortunately didn't finish the race. And Westboy is driver of the day, taking most positions. And let's see if we can get those guys.
Do you want me to at the podium, guys?
Yeah, if you could.
I will. If everyone just mutes themselves, and then we'll have an interview one by one. So that will be Sprink,
Deck, and Yamins.
They're all added. Should be able to join now.
And we're gonna have a last view on the tables as we had our first driver in.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can somebody in chat please confirm Sprink can be heard on stream? P4 for Alpine, great job, good comes. And also Deck joined us in the meantime.
Hello.
Prof, Sprink ain't talking at the moment, so.
Alright, so let's start off with our race winner then, Rick.
Yeah,
Do you wanna have an interview with him?
no, go ahead.
Alright, Deck mate, how was that?
Hard. Intense. Didn't expect that at all.
Oh, great result in this tricky conditions as well. Can you please tell me and the guys watching on stream, how was the track? Because we have all been wondering.
Yeah, it was hard. It's the first time I've done China in the rain, so I didn't really know what to expect. But it was tricky, especially with the safety cars, the restarts. You never know what's going to happen, and obviously second place was just behind me the whole time. Obviously one little slip up and that's it. So it was tough, but yeah, good race. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, as you said, one little slip up, and you would have seen as well, and Sprink as well, with Alan Cron slipping away his lead, which is very unfortunate because he drove great as well. But that's what you're on about, and that's exactly the point. You need to keep it clean all the time. Great, just keeping under control. And in the end there, did you at any point think that maybe Sprink was going to get you?
Yeah, last 2 or 3 laps, I thought he was going to get me on the straight, on the back straight, but because I began to get a little bit nervous, and yeah, I thought I was going to lose it a bit and he'd get me, but luckily I hung on.
Yeah, you did amazing, mate. Very well done. Congrats on the win.
Yeah, thank you very much, man.
Yes, we can. Yeah, if you can invite Yamins one more time, Lucas. Then I'll go to the P2 position for the Mercedes driver here tonight. Sprink, how was your race here tonight?
Well, like Dex said, very hard to keep the car on the track.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Well, from the beginning of off, Lucas, and I really admire the fact that you guys were still driving on this kind of track. In the last few laps, and especially after the last 2 safety cars, you were really close behind Deck, and maybe
no
even
way.
looking for the P1 position.
No. I mean, I tried, but I could not keep up with him.
All right. So then, P2. Really tricky race. Are you happy with this result?
Yeah, definitely happy.
Okay, right. Then we are waiting for Yamins to join in.
He's got some of his settings in a way that I can't invite him to this party.
That's a bit weird.
So that's very unfortunate. But I got a message that he's got maybe his settings are on private. It means I see you in the chat. I haven't tried to invite you, but my invites probably won't get through to you. Can you try it, Rick? Maybe.
I can try it real quick. Let's see. Add players. Okay, should be able to join now. Hope to. No. He did get a party invite, so he should be able to join. Always Rick 2. RPM always Rick 2. Yeah, there he is. Hi. Well, P3. You started pretty good in the race. Two really fast guys in front of you in the beginning of the race. 4 of them with Kron as well. How do you feel about tonight's race in China in the rain?
Amazing. I don't like China. I was even more scared.
Yeah, I really can imagine. Yeah.
I can read in chat that they couldn't hear you. I mean, so I'll just reply what you see. You were saying that you were very happy with your podium today, after even having a grid penalty in qualifying and not finishing last race. Oh, that's very impressive. Very well done.
Very impressive, yeah. Then again, guys, well, thanks for tuning in again. Congrats to all the podium contenders here tonight on RPM Esports F1. Round 2 on China low gear. Thanks for tuning in. Lucas, anything to say?
Thank you to everyone watching today. Thank you to the drivers. Once again, a brilliant race to watch and to commentate on. And hopefully see you all next week.
Yeah, same from my
guys.
side. Thanks for all the drivers on grid tonight. Thanks for everybody who tuned in. And have a great evening, everybody. See you next week. Bye bye.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. Bye.